Well, Support the Enlisted Project, or STEP, is now expanding its efforts to support military families outside of San Diego. And joining us today is STEP CEO and co-founder Tony Teravainen to talk about how this is only the beginning. Good morning, Tony. Thanks for joining us.
Happy to be here, Lauren. Thank you.
Well, for those who are unfamiliar with STEP, or Support the Enlisted Project, tell us a little bit about your goal and efforts with this organization.
Yeah, we worked to start STEP here in San Diego in 2012. And really our idea was, how do we work with military families to help get them through a crisis, but then also specifically make it their last crisis. And that's what we focused our program on, and it's financial wellness counseling. And it's helping families that are having a challenge with their finances, but they're ready to make a difference, they don't know how. And then our program involves social workers, and we really work on the behavior side of it, helping people that have really lost the hope that they could ever change their financial situation, restore that hope, help them build a plan that works for their world, and then we walk with them for a year after, helping them institutionalize those behaviors.
Yeah, I mean, this is huge for our enlisted that we care so much about, especially here in San Diego with such a large military presence. And it's been around, as you mentioned, for over 10 years, but now there's this expansion to other states, and this will be the new national headquarters here in San Diego. Explain how that changes the organization and the decision behind the expansion.
Well, it is very exciting, and it's nothing we ever planned for. You know, originally we just wanted to help out our hometown and our home community here, but the program works. It's over 90% effective, the long-term success rate, and people started sending their friends, and their friends from other states started calling us. And after a while, we really had to ask the question, if the program is truly 90% effective at changing long-term behaviors, why are we only offering it to 10 or 13% of the military? And so we started some tests to see if we could do it, and we started testing in Washington State. And with those successes, the board really decided to lean into it, and they said, okay, over the next decade or so, let's see how we can get our program in front of the rest of America.
It's a great thing to be able to share those stories, because being able to give those individuals the tools to not only become financially successful, but also deal with the suicide rate that is there among the enlisted and veterans, and that really is part of that counseling process, right?
Right. It's very emotional. You know, chronic financial stress is actually one of the leading catalysts for chronic food insecurity, homelessness, about 30 mental and physical health conditions, and the leading catalyst for suicide. So this is a stress that just eats at you 24/7, 365. You can't get away from it, so you just have to try to compartmentalize it, and it's just always there nagging at you. So we found a way to really take that away from these families permanently, and this is why they're referring their friends. And yeah, Hawaii is this big expansion that we've been able to pull together with some help of some great sponsors and supporters. So I'll be heading out there later this or next week to formally begin the program with the military out there.
That's wonderful. Now, there is this glooming date of November 1st because of the government shutdown that could pause some of the support, CalFresh, EBT programs for those military members. What are you doing in preparation of that if this shutdown continues, and how to help our military families?
Yeah, I think like most places, we're trying to remain flexible, but look at this very pragmatically. What could happen? How do we need to prepare? As part of our local services, our local community programs, we do distribute food, diapers, and hygiene to military and veteran families here locally. Over the last month or so, or since the shutdown's been a threat and in place, we've seen the rates of that double, of the families that want to come to us for support. So what we're trying to do is continue to prepare, talking to the military leadership, seeing what they need from us, and really coordinating the effort and trying to make sure that we have as much food on hand. We're not, any changes to any other federal programs is not going to affect us directly, but it might continue to increase the folks that come to us for that survival side, which is great for us, because then we can take that conversation to really the next steps when they're ready for it.
Right. Well, if people want to learn more about STEP, how can they do that? Yeah,
our website, teamstepusa.org. And that was put in place for the national expansion, so we had to change it for that. But yeah, go there and apply for services is there. Our calendar of distributions is there, and also how folks can volunteer. And then if they want to support us financially, that information is there as well.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Tony. Appreciate it, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.